Do I spot Mayor Hazel, her worship back there? I do. What great timing. I filled in nicely, didn't I? Her worship, Mayor Hazel McCallion. Let's give her a big hand. I'm going to ask Mayor Hazel to come up and with David, and she has something to present to David, and for the third time. And thank you, Lord, your worship. Thank you. Can you? My goodness.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure and a blessing to be with you this morning. I apologize. It's a very busy time of the year, especially when you're coming to the end of your term as mayor of the city, and after 36 years, people are trying to say thank you, and with an election on, I'll tell you, a lot of people are calling, so it's busy, but it's never too busy. I've been with you before, many occasions, because it's such a beautiful little church. And it has done so much in this community and beyond this community of Lakeview, because I guess a building is a building. That's about what it is. It's the people that belong and come here to worship every Sunday, or come when they possibly can come to worship, and go out into the wider community and have their influence on that. On the wider community, which is so important. And today, with all the challenges that we're facing, which are huge, right, really, just as I drove here, a person stabbed to death in Canada's Wonderland last night. It just keeps going on. And then as you sit and watch TV, you see what's happening in the rest of the world, which is very disturbing. I try not to watch it too much. I try to get the news. But what is the news today? It's all about negativity. It's all about, and the news has to report it. I'm not blaming the newspapers, they have it, and the TV. They have to report it. But it's all very negative. It seems that the positive things that are going on in the world, and there are a lot of positive things going on, doesn't get the publicity. There's no question about it. And so it's really tough today. It's tough on those who are in political office, throughout the world. I was in China just last week, and talking about our health, because Canada has one of the best health plans in the world. And China is looking at adopting some of our policy and programs. In other words, they invited dietitians from across the world to come to Xingling in China to a major conference where they're going to build a major health center, hospitals, long-term care, and you name it. And they don't seem to have the expertise to do it. So they're looking to other parts of the world to advise them as how best to proceed with that wonderful project. So, here we are in the city of Mississaga, a very small city. I was in a city in Brazil last week of 30 million people in one city. That's the population of Canada. Think about it. Population of Canada in one city in Brazil. And the poverty there is extreme. There's the wealth, and the wealth is certainly there. And then there's the poverty, and very little in between. That's one thing that we're proud of in this country of Canada. At least we have a middle class. Going down, by the way, disappearing, unfortunately. But I hope that maybe through some good government policy and such, and with bringing economic investment to the Greater Toronto area, that we will help to relieve. The relief of poverty are jobs. That's what relieves poverty. People want a job. They want to feel they're contributing. They want to feel that they can obtain the necessary wages that they can look after their family and maybe enjoy some of the amenities as well as some of the things that they could get enjoyment out of. That's why we as a city try to prevent as many of those recreational facilities and programs as we can. Our book is that thick of recreational programs. And so there's no excuse in the city of Mississauga for people not getting involved in remaining healthy. Because to save our great health plan, we must concentrate on our health to make sure that we are active both mentally and physically in order to remain healthy. Because, and also not to misuse our health plan, and there is misuse of our health plan. Get a headache, people will go to the emergency ward. You know, that's pretty bad. And secondly, the mismanagement of it, which is being carefully watched now, but has gone on for years and so we have a lot of challenges, folks, and we all have to get involved. I hope you're all involved in this election of the mayor and members of council that is coming forward. Those that have put their names forward in order to serve the city. And it's very important that we elect the people that are determined as well as interested and committed to looking after the city in regard to the services that are provided to the people. These are very important. And I'm amazed at times of the people that I meet and say, have you looked at any of their platforms to see if it is what you feel is best for the community? Or is it just a name that you pick? You know? Unfortunately, democracy is the best level type of government we have, but it sure has its weaknesses, because there's no mandating of voting here in Canada, as there is in Australia and other parts of the world, mandating that you must vote. So therefore, if you have to vote, you might take the time to look at people. I've looked, as you know, I'm retired November the 30th, I'm finished as your mayor. It's been a wonderful journey with a lot of people along the way that have helped me. The people of Mississauga that have given me their support over the years. My council, and in a majority, has supported my program of good fiscal management and planning for people, providing the services for people. And staff at the city that are also very dedicated and committed, following the policy that is established. I've looked at the platforms of the two leading candidates in Mississauga that are going for mayor. I've discussed it with other people that are dedicated to this great city of Mississauga, and has helped me build it, along with others, that has helped me build it to the place that it is now, the 6th largest city in Canada, the best managed city in Canada, and with services that the people, when we go out on our survey, they say 87% of the people are happy with the services that we're providing. I did not do it alone. It's with the support of so many people, so many organizations, so many groups, with the great staff that we have at this city, and with a majority of council that support it. They didn't all support me, but the majority, and that's democracy, the majority. But I looked at the platforms of the two leading candidates, and I believe that Bonnie Crombie's platform is the best for the challenges that the city of Mississauga is facing, and for the challenges that all municipalities in the country are facing. Because we don't have adequate authority at the local level to do some of the things we should be able to do, and we don't have sustainable funding. We can't operate anymore on the property tax, or else we'll tax you out of your homes to continue to provide the services. So I've looked, as I say, at the platform, and I believe that Bonnie Crombie, who has been a councillor on my council, has worked hard, has put Malton on the map. It was neglected. She got a BIA going there. She brought community functions to Malton, which has been a neglected part of Mississauga over the years by the councillors. So tomorrow, I hope make up your minds, study the platforms. You know, I don't say just because I studied the platform. I'd like you folks to look at the platform and decide whether you support the platform that I've chosen to support. And I've supported it publicly. So, but it's the platform that will assure you folks of Mississauga to remain the successful city that it is, to face the challenges that we have, transit, etc., and to look to the future. Fiscal responsibility is extremely important. I use the statement, and I'm sure you've heard me say it, I spend your money like I spend mine, which is seldom. And that's the way that we should have the head of the council, is to make sure that the taxpayers' money is spent wisely. So look at the fiscal management, etc., and look at the program, and then you decide who you feel you should mark the ballot for tomorrow. Very important election for the city of Mississauga. Very important that we provide the leadership that will take this city forward. I've brought it to this point. I've given the best of my life to the city of Mississauga. And I can tell you the best has come back to me, because I just get thousands of phone calls and floral arrangements and you name it, thanking me. And, you know, you can't, I become emotional about it because it's so satisfying, etc. So, one has assisted me as your mayor and through the years. By the way, my book is out now, my autobiography, Hurricane Hazel. It's because of my faith in God and the way in which my mom took me to church every morning. She was the organist at this little Anglican church on the Gaspé Coast. And she taught me that a lot of things that have certainly helped me through the years, and certainly through my term as mayor. Because to be in political office is not the most pleasant thing in the world. You have the press picking at you, picking at your family, etc. There's a piece of literature that came out yesterday that is absolutely false. It's sad that to get elected, and that's another thing I appreciate about Bonnie. She's risen above all, and she's been very positive. Today we have to be positive. And I say to you, I think our faith has kept me, my faith has kept me strong in spite of all the challenges that I've faced. And I'm sure it's kept you strong as you face your challenges. It's your faith that really you depend on and comes through so well when you are facing challenges in your personal life, or as I did in my public office. So I'm just delighted to be with you folks this morning. I hope you'll invite me back after I'm not mayor. I've said to many people, I'm no longer your mayor on November the 30th, but I'm not leaving Mississauga, and I will work with Bonnie and our council to make sure that we progress, because progression and success is the name of the game. Team approach, working together. Thank you, thank you. And thank God for all the many blessings. I've got to read this. This is presented at the Lakeview Baptist Church. Since 1939, the Lakeview Baptist Church has been providing spiritual guidance to the Lakeview community. And this, I'm going to add something here. This Lakeview community is the last section of Mississauga to be renovated and to be changed. It's going to change. But we're doing input from the people of Lakeview. They have a say in what they want in Lakeview. And Lakeview is going to become a jewel in the crown of Mississauga. I gotta tell you, it's going to be beautiful. It's not going to be all full of high-rise development. Nothing is going to go on the lake in that regard. Lakeview is our last opportunity in the city of Mississauga to make the Mississauga city more beautiful and more attractive. And you in Lakeview are going to be consulted all the way in regard, so that you have your input as to how you would like your community to develop, because that's the way we've done it. Isn't that wonderful? Known as the church with the open door, Lakeview Baptist Church welcomes everyone to worship and journey towards spiritual enlightenment. For the last 75 years, the Lakeview Baptist Church has enriched the lives of its members by providing spiritual and counseling services. Members will always know that they can find support, guidance, and fellowship within their four walls. I wish the church and its parishioners many more uplifting years of worship together as a congregation. On behalf of the members of council and the residents of the city of Mississauga, congratulations on reaching this important milestone. And may God bless you richly, because with His guidance, this community, this church, can do so much for the community of Lakeview, for the city of Mississauga, and for the world, because it starts right in Lakeview to bring peace throughout the world.